Hi, it's David again, and here we are at Winnipeg's Forks area, and this is at the junction of the Assiniboine River and the Red River. In a couple of moments, we're going to be doing something extraordinary. We're actually going to be descending from where I am right now, which is in the Forks Market area, and we're just going to swing around to give you a little look of it right now, just to see what it's like. It's quite a popular sort of meeting place, gathering spot, shopping area as well. Behind me right here, we have what's called a warming hut, and these warming huts are basically more or less always installed on the river. In this case, it's right up here in the Forks area. It's a sort of a design competition that's held every year. This is the 2026 edition, and what we're going to do is we're going to head down, we're going to walk on the Red River and sort of look at some other warming huts as we proceed. So let's get moving. Okay, so here we are at our first warming hut right here, and it's interesting. They all are done by different groups of people. This one happens to be it's called the school edition. It's called Warm Up with a Book, and it's done by the grade 7 students from the Bison Run School here in Winnipeg. And let's just take a walk through it. Some books all here. Oh yeah, that's quite interesting. Yeah. Okay, off we go. All right, so let's head on here. Another warming hut here. It's the caboose. Looks like lots of fun for kids. All sorts of different things you can do here. Very cute. And let's see who this one is done by. All these warming huts are done. Oh, Al Simmons, local children's performer. So it's called the Sounds Crazy Caboose. Al Simmons, known for his sound effects in his children's shows. So we're going to head down to the river right now. Forks is a great area. You have a teepee, and it's an appropriate place here for eons and eons. The Forks has been the meeting place of Indigenous peoples. Okay, so this another warming hut right here. This thing we're going to be walking down towards the ice on this. It's basically made out of scaffolding. This was made by the University of Manitoba Environmental Design Studio, which is basically the architecture school at the University of Manitoba. There we go. Oh, let's take a look over here. A little viewing platform. So right now, in that direction, straight ahead here, that is the Assiniboine River actually. And if the trail actually goes down in that direction, and it will go down for quite a bit actually to our legislative buildings. I'm not going to do that today, but perhaps in a future trip, because it's actually quite nice going in that direction. And on a good year, you can actually follow this trail all the way along the Assiniboine Avenue until it will come within a block of our house, which is several kilometers down in that direction. Anyways, let's proceed. There we have it. So that's, we'll look back at the architecture students' structure here. And this is a design competition, by the way. And not all of them, but a lot of them are architects from around the world that enter this competition with their designs for a warming hut. I believe this is one of them, but it has not got a nameplate on it. No, nothing that I can see. So you can see you walk in through the teeth here. Oh, bouncy teeth. You can walk in. Oh, that's neat. It's got supposedly a thing that will generate light. Doesn't seem to do too much right now. Anyways, in a way, this is an interesting room because it actually is a shelter. It actually has a functioning shelter purpose to it. Now, I'm actually on a giant skating rink right here. The trail, it's called the Nestaweya Trail, and they put it up every year. And perhaps to backtrack here, I should just clarify here that I'm actually on the river right now. There we have it. It's actually solid. This is a very major river. The Assiniboine River goes all the way from Saskatchewan, the province further west from our province of Manitoba. It goes through Saskatchewan, through Manitoba, until it comes here, and then just up ahead here is where it runs into the Red River, and we're going to get to that in a moment. Okay, here's another one, Moon Rabbit by Yu Liu from Shanghai, China. Okay, let's head off. So we're just right now walking under an old rail bridge, and it was actually a lift bridge. For a brief period in Winnipeg's history, there was actually river boat traffic, commercial traffic, and there are a few remaining lift bridges. Now this one is no longer functioning. As a matter of fact, up here, this sort of structure, you can see there's some construction happening here. It used to be a giant piece of concrete, and that would be a counterweight, and then this bridge would then lift up right here to let larger boats pass underneath. Boats, ships, whatever you want to call them. Another warming huts. These are from previous years, so not all of them were the 2026 commissions. A lot of them are from previous years. And as a matter of fact, the warming hut competition has been going on since 2009. Quite a long time, actually. I don't think we're going to see all of them at the rate of pace I'm going right now, but it's kind of interesting, isn't it? These hanging pipes here. Feel like you want to beat them. Make noises. So as you've noticed by now, there's a huge trail, ice skating trail that continues quite a ways down the Assiniboine River, and we'll continue where we're going, which is down the Red River. This is done every year, and as I've said, these are massive rivers, both the Assiniboine River and even more so the Red River. These are huge rivers, a constant source of flooding every year as well. But in the wintertime, because it gets so cold here, that the water freezes, the river freezes over, so that it's completely safe. I'm going to walk across the ice here. Got to be careful not to slip. Yeah, so it's completely safe. Kind of amazing. I mean, there's very few places in the world where you can experience this. There's a big one in Ottawa, Canada's capital, but I think it's arguable that this is probably the longest one. So right now, this is beside the ice trail, the skating trail, is a walking trail. And that's what we're on right now. It's fairly broad. Here we're going to take a look at one of the other, this is one of the 2026 warming huts. Called Continuum by Franziska Agrabel from Munich, Germany. And again, this is an invited artist. Let's take a look at this. I think by now you're getting the idea that these warming huts are quite conceptual in nature. And look at that. It's quite neat. Okay, let's take a walk through here. Oh, that's pretty sharp. So I know from reading about this that these are entirely snow. It's all snow. Nothing else. Wow. That's pretty sharp. That's what we just walked through. Just stand there for a second. That's very nice. It's very architectural. So as I was saying, they're quite conceptual in nature. Not really warming huts. Like you're not going to have really no function that you could sort of literally say these are warming huts. They are more, I would say, architectural follies in a way. Sort of delightful structures that have no particular function. And we're down on the Red River, and we're walking in the southerly direction. Now, if I turn around here, now we're facing northwards, and off to the right-hand side here, this is St. Boniface. We're looking at St. Boniface Hospital right there. And in the distance over there is St. Boniface Cathedral. And right here is the Forks. That's where we just left. So straight ahead there. And then now we're facing south in this, sorry, I forgot to mention, okay, we're looking north. That's this Red River going north, and it will continue north until it drains into into Lake Winnipeg. Now we're walking south, and from here the Red River continues right down into the United States. Although it is flowing northwards, so it's flowing from the United States up into Lake Winnipeg. Here we go, the prairie icon, the prairie grain elevator. Quite fascinating. So I think that's the key here, is that the older warming huts that are not 2026 edition do not have nameplates beside them. So we're going to be walking right into the sun here. It's a beautiful day. It's only about, well, it's about minus 19 right now, I believe. However, because of the sun, the feels like temperature is actually higher than that. Okay, here we go. Wildlife scramble. Oh, there's a whole group of people from Fayetteville, Arkansas, and Gainesville, Florida. Wow, quite amazing. It's called Wildlife Scramble. Let's take a look at this. Oh yes, everything rotates. Everything can be played with. Kind of fun. Let's take a look inside here. Yeah, very neat. Very sharp. So there we go. Onwards. So we're heading south, and this trail goes for quite a distance actually. It goes up to the Riverview area in Winnipeg, which is where our family home was once, up there. It's right near the Churchill High School, and that is quite a ways actually. Again, this is one of the older warming huts. This has been probably kicking around for this one for several years now. I've seen it several times. It's changed color. I believe it was red in its first iteration. It's been painted over the years. So let's head down this river right now. There's another road bridge right here. This one is crossing from downtown over there, and it's going across to St. Vital over here. This is actually Main Street. So if you're familiar with the famous Portage and Main intersection, so-called the windiest corner in Canada, this is that Main Street. And if I continue down that way for about maybe a kilometer, you would run into that intersection. So I'm not sure how far we're going to get today. We'll find out. Oh, this is a nice one. Yeah, this is from again a previous year. Actually does have a warming hut function to it. You can actually at least get out of the wind here. Okay, now we're going under the bridge here. I mean, it's rather fascinating how, whoa, just about slipped there. A little bit of ice, as you can see in the foreground here. It's not open ice. I could walk on there if I wanted to. It was quite neat when you look at it. And you can almost look right through it there. A little bit creepy, perhaps, but it is entirely safe. So the actual duration of the river trail is, well, oops, just what slipped again, is variable, of course, and largely depends on the weather. This year, I believe it first opened around towards the end of December. Oh, there's another warming hut over there. We're going to have to make our way across the skating trail. Okay, let's do this. Woo. Look at that, eh? Okay. Woo. That is bright. Oops. Gonna back off to the snow right here so we all get a nice, take a look at it. Yeah, very sharp. Yeah, so as I said, this year the trail opened, I think, around the late December, and right now it's the beginning of February, and we've just gone through a pretty good cold spell. We're just starting to get a little bit of a warm up right now. As I said, I think the temperature is about minus 19, something like that right now. Although the nice thing is that the sun is out, and that's the reason I'm doing it. I think it's nice to get out when you have this beautiful sun. In about 3 days, it's supposed to warm up to about, well, actually above the freezing point, about 2 degrees Celsius, and these are all Celsius temperatures, by the way, that I'm talking about. Over there, Canoe Club. I don't know if you get a sense of the expanse of the river here. It's quite amazing. So with luck, this trail might continue in operation until, something like the end of February, probably, something along that range. Yeah, just looking back here. Yeah. Quite amazing.
Behind us. filming?
Yeah.
Do you have like YouTube?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
Your channel? It's called Travel Intently. Yeah. So we do local walks here in Winnipeg, and also travels around on trains and what have you, and big hikes around around the world, really. Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Travel, well, it's just travel, and then intently is INT.
Oh, traveling intently. I'm hearing like
Travel intently, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So good skating today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my brother are skating, checking out the warming huts. There's a couple new, like that one. And
Yeah.
I don't know about this
Yeah, are there more further down that way, or?
one. No, we're about to go back.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Fantastic. You don't mind being in the video?
No.
You're
actually,
okay?
I hope I see myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to see you. You too.
Subscribe too.
Okay. There we go. That's what we like to hear. And a giant gift box, this one. Very neat. Again, one from a previous year. And I'm looking like we're running out of warming huts now. So we're just going to walk here for a bit and just see how far we can get. And turn around and walk back. So as I said, it goes quite a ways down in this direction, and I mentioned that it also goes down the Assiniboine River, and the Red Rivers trail right here is just very interesting, just because of its vastness, how wide it is. It's like, wow, it is a big river. And it's also just very interesting, exciting how it does freeze over like this and becomes this basically a roadway that only exists because Winnipeg is so cold in the wintertime. But it's quite exciting, I think, that we have this. I mean, when you think about this, 2009, before that this didn't exist at all. And now we have almost like this turnaround where you have the people are taking advantage of the river and being able to use it as a pathway that, again, only exists for a certain couple of months maybe of the year. So there we go. And we have people that actually commute on the trails itself. Now for myself, Gail and I, we're retired now. Well retired, actually. However, we still do enjoy the trails, and the Assiniboine River Trail in particular. You can follow the river all the way from our house. As I mentioned, we're about a block away from the Assiniboine River where we live, and go down to the river, and when it's frozen, you can pretty much follow various trails that have been sort of made along the ice surface of the river. You can walk all the way to that point where we started this particular walk at the Forks. And it's actually a very nice walk, that one. We've got to do that one. I find that this one, the Red River, is great because of, as I mentioned, because of its vastness. But the Assiniboine River is not quite that large. It's still pretty good size, but it's not quite that large. And it has a more of a, I guess, an intimate feel to it. you can actually have the, the banks are much closer into you, give you a little bit more, as I said, intimate feeling, closed in feeling. Just quite nice. You can see over here, so the other neat thing about walking on the river is that you can see all sorts of structures, buildings, residences that you wouldn't normally see at all. These are the private face of these buildings right along the banks of the Red River. And here's on the other side here, you can see rather large apartments. Yeah, here we go. So the crowds have thinned out now. Now this is a Monday afternoon, so it's not exactly prime time for people to visit. But that's kind of neat. It's kind of neat having the whole space to yourself. So I think I'll just be quiet for a little bit so you get a sense of what it's like just walking here quietly, enjoying the space that you're in. See it. I hope it's a little bit distant right there, but you can see how people who live along the bank here are sort of using the riverbank or the river itself actually to put up their own little structures, their ice rinks, their little forts and what have you. Just taking advantage of what they have in the wintertime. This is interesting. Ah, yes, here's a vintage warming hut right here. Let's take a look at it. There we go. So it's all done in stainless steel here. And you can see this will take a photo in Skyboy's mirror, upload the photo to, and they've got a site here for Facebook and Instagram, and what was Twitter when this thing was actually put up. And then you can view your image. Neat. Again, this is actually, I think, qualifies as a functioning warming hut. Even though there's no roof, at least you're getting out of the wind. And on a sunny day, if the sun is high enough, then you'll maybe get a little bit of warmth. Yeah. Onwards. Yep. A trail for all, as they say. So I hope you're enjoying this little silent interlude. It's nice. I find it just nice to be quiet and listening to the snow crunching under your feet. Winnipeg is, Manitoba is a particularly dry climate. So it means in the summertime we don't get a huge lot of rain. In the wintertime we get a lot of snow, but as you can tell it's a very dry snow. Just by listening to the crunch under my feet, it's not a wet snow. A little bit of a Sputnik. Gosh, I should probably take a look inside this. Oh yeah, I guess you could sit down there and warm up. It looks a little bit on the uncomfortable side at that tilt, but there we have it. A warming hut for aliens. So methinks I'm going to stop right here because I've already walked about 30 minutes. I could certainly walk further. However, I feel that it might be a little bit long for this video, especially a first-time video along here. This is my first time this year along here, so I'm exploring it, learning about it as much as you are. Right now, I'm seeing the warming huts, especially the new ones, for the first time ever. And now I've got a 30-minute walk back, and I'm not going to tape on the way back, although I'm noticing that the wind definitely was coming from the north, and now I'm walking right back into the wind, so it's going to be a little bit more chilly. And as you can tell right now too, that the time is about 4:15 and the sun, oh there it is, it's over there behind that apartment building. It's already so low that it's disappeared, at least behind the apartment building, and it's going to be very soon it's going to be below the horizon, and that temperature is going to chill down quite a bit at that point. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little walk. If you did, would certainly appreciate that thumbs up. Would appreciate as well, if you feel like it, a subscription to our Travel Intently website, such as our friend back there decided he was going to do. And also comments. I'd sure like to hear what you think about this kind of walk. And tell me what you would like to see me do next. And I've done a little bit more of a silent walk on this one towards the end. Do you like that? Would you prefer less talking from David or more? Love to hear that. Anyways, until my next walk with Dave, I'm going to sign off right now, and we'll see you later on.